This is absolutely insane as the Toronto Blue Jays continue their hot streak on the back of Addison Berger. This is getting out of hand. The Blue Jays look absolutely terrifying. Their offense is rolling, and Addison Berger once again is proving that everyone should be terrified of him. But not only that, we have some huge updates surrounding Dalton Varsho to go over today. As following an injury yesterday, we have some big updates you don't want to stay tuned for, as well as a few other things on this episode. But folks, before we get into it, if you're enjoying the Toronto Blue Jays masterclass offense over the past few games, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys again for your continued support over here. It means the world to myself. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game. Addison Berger, unbelievable. I mean, the Toronto Blue Jays now have won 5 games in a row. They finished the sweep against the Athletics. Things are at an all-time high. And man, oh man, are we witnessing a star in the making right now for the Toronto Blue Jays and Addison Berger. And there's a ton to go over today because in yesterday's video, we also witnessed Addison Berger it's just insane. But let's just dive right into it. We have a bunch of updates. We also have, of course, Dalton Varsho. We have a big update on him following his hamstring strain. So we'll get into that in a little bit here. But man, oh man, what a game for the Toronto Blue Jays. And this was one that was very unlucky for a long period of time. Kevin Gausman got the start, and he was just getting BABIP'd to death. Ground ball after ground ball, sneaking through after sneaking through. And this is what I was thinking, okay, this is one of the games with the Jays. You're bound to lose one eventually. You won the last game against the Rangers. You win, 3 straight against the Athletics. It was still a solid series. They come out and put up a ton of runs, a crooked number in the bottom of the 8th inning and win the game. Bichette, a ton of hard contact, wasn't really rewarded. Vladdy with an absolutely electric gap double, 2-run double to really solidify the lead. George Springer looked good. Alejandro Kirk with the rocket. Everyone is hitting here. Ernie Clement continues his hot streak versus righties and lefties. And Addison Berger with the biggest home run of the season to date. The Jays are down 4-2. He hits a 3-run absolute missile. And I mean, Addison Berger is special. And again, he started today's game with, I believe it was JP Sears on the mound, a lefty. And he's getting starts against lefties and those bit, more down in the order. He is the third baseman of the future. And I'm ready to fully commit to the Addison Berger experiment here because of how good he has been. It has been electric. He has been an electric player. And for him to hit a 3-run home run to put the team in the lead, he's putting the team on his back. And we knew it was only a matter of time until Addison Berger, turned into a star. And we've been talking about it on the channel now myself for even years now, dating back to 2022, 2023, because of how good he was in the minors. And even in his first stint in the majors last year, you saw some promise. This year, before he got going, he was hitting missiles. The peripherals were great. I was talking about it at the time. And everything now is finally coming together. And we're witnessing, greatness. It's as simple as that. We are witnessing absolute, just a masterclass of, baseball. We are truly witnessing our star in the making here. And regarding the pitching, Kevin Gosse at 4 2/3, he got 3 runs, a very unlucky game for him. He's still pitching very well, not worried about it at all. And then you have the bullpen holding it down for the most part. Swanson made his debut today because, of course, he was a part of a flurry of moves that the Jays made, including, of course, recalling Swanson and putting Dalton Varsho on the IL, which we'll get into in a minute here. And Mason Flaherty has been unbelievable. He continues to get the job done. But again, the story of the game was just a bunch of different things. The offense, you never feel like for the first time in, it feels like years now, that this offense is out of a game. And obviously, I will admit, of course, they're going up against the Athletics, one of the worst pitching teams in baseball. But this now, they've won 2 or 3 series in a row. You sweep a 4-game series. And I don't care whether it's the Rockies, whether it's the Dodgers, no matter what team it is, sweeping a 4-game series is extremely, extremely difficult to do. And for the Jays to do that, I said prior to the series a week ago, this team needs to sweep the Athletics if they want to continue to have a chance now. They were only a game back of a playoff spot heading into today's game, and now they are right in the thick of it. And shout out to Kevin Gausman for holding it down, going 4 2/3. And again, he didn't have his A+ stuff, but he also got very, very unlucky, especially, given the fact that, at this point, you're going to have some games that are rough. And touching back on Addison Berger here before we get to some of the updates, his home runs this series have all been over 400 feet, have all been nearly 110 miles per hour off of the bat. When he makes contact, he absolutely crushes balls. And it's simply because he has such an aggressive swing. And John Schneider has been talking about it, and they spoke about it here on the broadcast, that Berger's a beast, but he is a guy who does damage. And behind Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the 3 spot against righties, and even further down, against lefties, you have a guy now who really what Santander was supposed to do, who's injured, of course, but he'll eventually, come back here soon. He is ready to go every single at bat. And sometimes he'll strike out. Sometimes he'll look foolish. But most of the time when he makes contact, it is going hundreds of feet, and it is just absolutely special, and it makes me excited to see what's going to happen going forward here for this team. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on Addison Berger. Super exciting, an absolute star in the making. But regarding Dalton Varsho, the Jays made some more moves here, and we have some more updates. So Dalton Varsho has a grade 1 left hamstring strain. The Blue Jays are considering him week to week. Expect Nathan Lucas and Miles Straw to play in center field platoon going forward. So a couple different things here. For one, huge updates surrounding Dalton Varsho. This is absolute best case scenario. I'll have another video on it soon, but it is only a grade 1 left hamstring strain. Of course, there's grade 1, there's grade 2, and grade 3. And I said it in yesterday's video, most hamstring strains across baseball at the moment, if they're grade 1s, are between 2 and 3 weeks. He was put on the 10-day IL, Swanson was called up, and David Schneider was called up, who, of course, had a really good hit today and a walk. So he had a very good debut since his return. But for Dalton Varsho, best case scenario, you're not going to be out months and months. In all likelihood, it'll be a few weeks, could even be a couple of weeks. And the Jays are fine, I think, with the Nathan Lucas, Miles Straw. Miles Straw had a great game tonight. Nathan Lucas is always looking good. They have other outfielders who can, step up. But when you have Addison Berger and everybody else stepping up, this opens up more playing time right now for Ernie Clement and Addison Berger. Berger's probably going to be playing some right field. We saw Clement at first base today with Berger at third, and Berger's really come into his own at third. So I'm going to be curious to see if they want to move him off there and play him in the outfield. It's going to have to happen eventually. But Berger's playing such a good third base, and maybe they want to keep him on there. But you never want to see injuries. It doesn't make the team better whatsoever. Varsho is one of the Jays' best players defensively, and of course, very good offensively, and one of the best players offensively as well when he's rolling. But if there is a silver lining, it's that it opens up some more playing time for Clement, who's absolutely dominant right now. And some other updates here, and kind of going back into that, the probables for the Phillies are Bowden Francis, José Berríos, and Chris Bassett. They have an off day tomorrow, which is super exciting. Multiple videos coming for you all tomorrow, including one you're going to want to stay tuned for tomorrow morning. But John Schneider, regarding Davis Schneider, he also came out and said, and he fits a second, third, and the outfield. After the demotion, the focus was to get a good pitch and hit it hard. The Blue Jays considered activating Jimenez from rehab. It would have been a game-time arrival, and what's best for him is seeing rehab at-bats through. So Jimenez, we assume, is going to be active probably activated tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll have a video once that happens. I mean, everyone's going to be getting healthy now, aside from, the guys who just got hurt for Tuesday. Phillies are one of the best teams, if not the best team in baseball here. One of the best teams, I would say. And at this point, you get Jimenez back to play second base. You find spots for Ernie Clement. You find spots for Addison Berger. The team is on an absolute roll right now. And we don't know that, Jose Urena was demoted just yesterday and all these different things. There's so many moving pieces here. You look at the Jays offense, I mean, their exit velocity this series has been absolutely crazy. Even in today's game, the Jays are in fantastic shape, ladies and gentlemen. They're on an absolute roll. And not only that, Addison Berger is a absolute star. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Shout out to the bullpen for holding it down and Jeff Hoffman finishing the game. We're going to have a very special video for you guys tomorrow morning. You're going to want to stay tuned for it with a guest. So guess down below who the guest is if you made it this far, and I'll read the comment. I heard it. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.